What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here for your Married to Medicine review. Yes. I just got finished listening to one of my songs, honey. I was excited. Let me set the studio up. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. Happy 420, y'all. Happy 420, okay? Just in time. I got some edibles in the mail just in time. Yes, ma'am. So we're down here. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Did I already tell you to do that? And let the diva know that you stopped by. Yes. I was listening to my song, honey. Here. Money, you gon' need it back. From the hood, this type of money, make it stay away. She gon' let you put it in her face. Oh, come on. Okay. I'm gonna take it out. I can't listen to it. Big bank, take little bank. Hey, okay. So let's get started. The episode overall was just whatever. Not too much conflict. It was just mostly them going to Washington, D.C. to do the COVID testing. So that's what what the episode was about. Reverend Sharpton was there. Ben Crump was there. And so I kind of caught the shade that Heavenly, I don't know, she might not have meant it, but what she said about Ben Crump, but I'll wait till we get there. I don't think she meant it. I don't think she quite understood what she said, but it was hella shady because I had some questions about him. Anyways, so Carrie comes over to Toya's house, right? And first of all, Carrie walks into Toya's house. She's ringing the doorbell and knocking on the door. Toya's not answering the door. So as she's walking, she like pushes the door thing down to open the door, and the door is open. She was like, oh no. She was like, girl, I forgetting to lock my door. She was like, girl, well, nobody was saying anything, so I just came in. So that's what it was. So they get upstairs. She was like, come on in, girl. She brought her some champagne. She was like, okay, so we're going to get ready to go on this, this anniversary for the March on Washington. And she's telling her about it. And she was like, I want to go. And she was like, yeah, just come on, let's go. Like that. This is the second time Latoya I keep calling her Latoya. This is the second time Toya is doing this, inviting people who weren't invited. Now, I understand you don't have any friends this season. And so, Mariah is gone, and you mad at Simone, or you sometime with Simone or whatever, but you need a team. And so you want to bring what's the girl named Carrie and Lisa Nicole's big head ass. But I thought it was funny when Carrie, she was like, girl, is my bed lopsided? This is what Toya would say, girl, is my bed lopsided? She was like, she said, why is it lopsided? Because Eugene is too heavy. She was like, bitch, don't be talking about my man. But why is the bed lopsided? And then Carrie said her bed is lopsided because her husband jumps in the bed. He always jumps in the bed, so her bed is lopsided. I thought it was funny. So, Toya says she doesn't care if Heavenly gets mad. See, I don't like that because Heavenly didn't act up. And she probably didn't act up because, this is supposed to be a positive event. But I can imagine if you guys were doing something like a girls' trip, we would have heard Heavenly's mouth about inviting Lisa, Nicole, and Carrie. Now, if they want to come, they want to support, great. That's wonderful. So they're here. So Heavenly and Damon are packing, and he's telling her, they talking about logistics and stuff like that, and he's saying that he's nervous. And she's saying, I won't let the women act up, Daddy. He was like, okay, I'm going to hold you to that. She was like, I can't control these women. Heavenly is funny. She has good comedic timing. She does. She's funny. On the way to Washington, D.C., they get on their private jet. Carrie gets on the plane, and she puts her bag down in the seat, right? So Heavenly already sees that she's there, right? Heavenly goes, this must be Carrie's purse. She moved Carrie's purse. Go sit over there. You ain't getting no seat. Come here, Daddy. Come on. We gonna sit right here. It's my damn trip. I sit you where I want to sit you. Shit. And Carrie was like, that's so rude. That's so rude. So Heavenly's like, Toya, just let me know. So they end up, here comes big head Lisa Nicole on the plane too. Like, girl, it's just rude. And you could have said something before, but again, I can imagine production might have been like, just don't say nothing because, this is supposed to be a positive thing. You guys are doing something positive. There's no need to create conflict where there doesn't need to be. And that could have really been, it could create conflict because they weren't invited, and simple as that. So when they get off the jet, they get off the damn jet. Heavenly's taking pictures. She says, how we do, honey? We gotta flex a little. Yes, and it was. Did you hear Lisa Nicole talking about she is never gonna be this close to a private jet again? Girl, shut the fuck up. Where's Darren? Okay, that's all we want to know. So they're in the little Sprinter. They're going to the house, and Heavenly said they're going to do trivia games, Black History trivia games for the rooms. Okay, I love it. So they're doing the Black History questions. The first question, she says, is for the blue room. Eugene and only the women can answer, right? So they asked the question. I think someone who was supposed to sing at the White House, and then Eleanor Roosevelt. I can't remember. I forgot what her name was. I don't remember. But what I do remember is that when they asked who lined the streets, or who created the District of Columbia, basically, and I keep calling that girl Toya and Eugene go, Benjamin Banneker, right? That's all of us know that. And then Jackie holler something LeVue, some French ass name, and then Toya and Eugene in the interview was like, "See, this is how Black history gets erased. You got. We doing a Black history trivia. I'm telling you what I know, and then you got another Black woman telling you it's a white man who lined the streets of the damn created the District of Columbia. No, come on." That's how it happens. And then Toya was like, yeah, and you got a Black woman correcting you too. He was like, I know. I'm saying, girl, what? Eugene knows all the answers. And then, so Carrie goes, I don't know anything. Ask me a question about Barack Obama. I know that's right. Like, girl, I don't know nothing about Black history. I'm from England, girl. Nothing about it. So Toya said, well, we got the blue room. That's why we stopped answering the questions. Heavenly was like, no, that was not. You're supposed to answer the most correct questions. Well, they still got it because they was answering the most correct questions. No, Jackie answered the most correct questions. I think she answered how many children Martin Luther King had. What did Tupac take in at LaGuardia? Was that LaGuardia? And then it was another question that they asked. And I think Jackie got it. But no, Toya and Eugene got that room fair and square. And then Heavenly goes, well, just forget it then. Heavenly starts getting mad. And then they did a montage of showing Heavenly getting mad. Heavenly, I don't know. Heavenly reminds me of my grandmother so much. She reminds me of my grandmother so much. Anyways, they get to the house, baby. When I tell you that fucking house was sickening. Do you hear me? I said, whose house is this? Number one. And then you got it on an Airbnb type of joint, whatever is going on. That house was laid out. I mean, everything imaginable. The only thing I did not see was a theater, and I'm imagining the theater was there. Let me fix this. Okay. So, were they going to get the rooms, right? So, Eugene is going to get his blue room because that's the next best room, because Heavenly was like, this is my trip. I got the best room. It is what it is. So, Eugene goes to get the blue room. Simone's ass is already in the blue room. She slams the door on his ass when he was like, is this the blue room? Simone talking about, see so? See so the room, and he was like, no, y'all remember the last time, bitch, when they was pulling Curtis and Jackie off the bed, and Jackie was holding on to Curtis. And you just said, get this rusty ass nigga out my bed. Oh my God. So funny. Anyway, so they getting ready for dinner. Heavenly got a private chef. Heavenly did a great job planning. She did a really good job. The house was fucking laid, Heavenly. That house was laid. That house, I mean, it was just it was just a huge house. And from the outside, super duper modern. It kind of reminded me of Kenya's house. The way modular shapes and stuff like that. Anyway, so they come down, they're getting ready to meet up with Reverend Al Sharpton is coming over, they're gonna have dinner, and he can't stay long, so he's just coming, to kind of greet them or whatever. And when they coming downstairs, Simone comes downstairs, Cecil comes downstairs. Cecil be sharp, baby. He was like, his jacket was a little too big for me. I think his jacket could have been a little bit more tailored. Maybe he has lost some weight or something. Jacket looked a little bit too big, but he had tied his own bow. He was like, you see those perfect bows be clip-ons. You see a little imperfections. I tied my bow. He looked nice. Remember I said about his golf pants when they went to play golf? He had them golf pants on, like he fly. And Heavenly was like, Cecil need to dress Simone because she just be looking like, girl, whatever. And she was like, yes, my husband is into fashion. So Al Sharpton shows up. To Scott and Contessa, they upstairs, they just chit-chatting and talking. Everybody's sitting around the table. Al Sharpton is talking to everybody. They are so excited to see them. They show Contessa and Scott up the stairs just talking and giving each other kisses and stuff. Then Heavenly said, I don't know if they was fucking or fighting, but even the Reverend Al Sharpton could make Contessa be on time. That was so funny because they came out, everybody all sitting around the table, and Contessa's like sitting there, oh, how y'all late? They were like, we saw him coming through the door, but we didn't think that was him. Anyway, so he is really happy that they're there, to serve the underserved communities. He said there's going to be a lot of people there, so this is just a great opportunity to provide, COVID testing for people who don't have access. Perfect. And he says, and it's really amazing that we just have all these black doctors, because when I was a kid, it didn't look like this, honey. If I had doctors like this, he said I would always be in the doctor's office. I know that's right. He said we just didn't have doctors like this. Damon asked a great question. He asked him, what drives you? You've been doing this for so long. What drives you? I don't remember the answer, child. He leaves. Carrie goes to Jackie. She asked Jackie a good question. Now everybody's sitting down. He couldn't stay for dinner, right? So everybody's sitting down and they're, passing out the food. They had crab cakes and lamb chops and all this other stuff. Look at the crow. And Carrie asked Jackie, writing your book, since you the queen of vaginas, you know what I'm saying, Queen V, what's the tea? What is the strangest thing that you have found out? The most surprising, not strangest. She said, what is the most surprising thing that you found out? And she says that women don't look at themselves. They don't know what it looks like. They're afraid to look at it. I just don't understand it. I'm like Toya. I need to see, I need to take, I need all of that. Everything. I want to know everything. I want to see all of it. I learned very early, not from my mother, actually from my 6th grade teacher. In 6th grade where they start telling you about your body and this and that, give you a little anatomy course. We had, when they did the one with the girls, we talked about everything. But my teacher, Miss Rojas, shout out to Miss Rojas, I will never forget her. She told us, get on the damn side of the tub. Put your foot on the side of the tub and get a mirror and look at your vagina. And she was telling us where everything was and everything. Shout out to Miss Rojas, because after that, it was a wrap. I knew everything. I was like, what is this and this and this? I knew everything about my vagina, and I can't believe. And there are really grown women who just don't have the relationship with their pocketbook that they should. So I wasn't shocked. Baby, I love when Toya was like, yes, one time, I cannot stand the way she says vagina. She says virgina. Well, one time I sent Eugene a picture of my vagina, and, I took it and I was doing all this and stuff like that. And then in their interview, Eugene was like, I mean, you at work and all of a sudden this pussy just comes across your screen. That's kind of like inappropriate, right? And so in the interview they talking, she was like, I don't think you could say the P word. He said, we on Bravo. I could say it. He was like, can you say it? The producer's like, I think so. Yes, you could say pussy on Bravo. Trust. They be saying dick and ass and everything. Bitch, everything. Pussy. It's okay. Everybody know what it is. It's Bravo. Your kids should not be watching this. Anyway, so Ben Crump finally shows up. He says, we in a pandemic of discrimination. and this and that. He showed up late. He apologized for being late. He had his investigator with him and everything like that. He had a good talk with the women. I mean, with the group, and Eugene shares with us that his father was a police officer, and his father had always gave him advice and said, two things as a black man, two places as a black man you don't want to be: in jail and in the military. Shout out to him for that. He asked them about the racism that they experience in the ER. Damon shared a story. Eugene shared a story. Contessa was like, yeah, I've had people say, don't touch me. Did you wash your hands? I can imagine. And being in the South too, I can imagine. And then they just said they're sick and tired of racism. Lisa Nicole, she says, this was really, something that I've never thought I would experience in my life. Thank you, Damon and Heavenly, for making this happen. And Heavenly says, yes, we're the creme de la creme. We are, the black doctors here. And he even said it to, as a testament to that we haven't seen this. This is something that we didn't see before. So and this is how blessed we are. Anyways, the next day they get up, they go to the tennis instructor. This is the shit I like. I'm sorry. I love this shit. And it's so funny because I really like Married to Medicine. I really love watching these couples and how they are in their married lives and how they are with each other. I love to see a full rounded woman and a character development on these shows. And shout out to Purveyors of Pop. Those are two white dudes, because I looked them up too when I was looking up Real Housewives of New Jersey and Real Housewives of Atlanta. Purveyors of Pop is two white dudes. So I don't know if they're gay, but they're two white dudes. But shout out to y'all, because to me, Married to Medicine is a wonderfully produced television show. It really is. Layla. Contessa gets on the phone with Layla. They getting ready to go down to the park. So Layla is on the phone with Contessa. That's Contessa's daughter, right? Layla's acting up. Mom's not home. All kids do it. All kids. That's just a natural thing to test boundaries, especially with someone who is not mom and dad. Another adult figure, let me see how far I can get with them. So Contessa is telling Layla, listen to your cousin. Listen to, that's Scott's niece. So yeah, who is that? They're cousins? My niece, my daughter. Yeah, they're cousins. Yeah. So she listened to your cousin, and she was like, so Scott says he wants to take them out of homeschool. I guess she missed some appointments. And Scott says he wants to take them out of the school, what they're doing, kind of learning environment they're in now, and take them out so Contessa can do the homeschool. And she was like, you ain't gonna, like, basically, I'm not gonna be doing all that. I don't have time to be doing all that. They're fine where they are. He was like, but they're gonna get A's anyway. She was like, but no, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna do anything too? You cannot take the kids out of school and homeschool them. Y'all are both, unless y'all just create a schedule, which will probably be good. But Scott is gonna have to do his work with the kids when he's work at the office on shifts, work with the kids. I'm tired of figuring out how Contessa and Scott can make their shit work. I feel like they goddamn therapists. Scott, you work at the office Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Contessa, on those days, you do the stuff with the kids. When you in the office, Contessa, then Scott can do stuff with the kids on whatever day. Period. That's why then that way, y'all won't have to be in the office at the same time, right? And that's it. Scott, Contessa can't come home from work and fix dinner. You're going to have to fix dinner. On the days you homeschooling, you're going to have to fix dinner. So when Contessa gets home, and vice versa, okay? That's just what it is. So you could tell that she said, we just not on the same page. They just not on the same page. I thought it was funny when Kieran was like, are we going to wear scrubs? Are we going to wear scrubs when we get there? Or are we going to wear Team Daddy shirts? I was like, yes, Kieran, I'm here for him. I like his personality. He gets along well with the guys. So then while they're down at the park, Carrie, Anila, and Toya are in the room getting glam. Carrie comes in when we're supposed to be doing this positive event, and comes in and tells Anila and Toya that Heavenly and Contessa told Carrie to come to the intelligent side. Let me tell you one thing. As black as Heavenly is, and as black as Contessa is, if Contessa said that to Carrie, it was so that she could take it back, because she knew she was going to take it back to Toya. I don't believe black ass Heavenly said I don't, as much as Toya gets on Heavenly's nerves, I don't think that Heavenly would talk about Toya to that white woman. Period. I don't. No matter how she feels about Toya, I don't think she would have went to Carrie with that at all. Now, Contessa, as passive aggressive as she is, she may have said it to her so that she could take it back to her so we could call some shit. But Carrie, we're at a positive event. This is a positive event. Don't bring your British ass in here starting no shit amongst these women. And Anila said anybody can be a dentist. Let me tell you something. Get a dentist bill, bitch. Nobody can't be a dentist. That's not nothing. I don't like stuff like that, girl. Shut the fuck up. I done got mad. Okay, it's time for me to go. She said, we're not doctors. We're not intelligent because we're not doctors. We're MSRMDs, MSRSMDs, Mrs. MDs, or whatever she said. So Toya was annoyed. What do you mean the intelligent side? What? Heavenly and Contessa said, we're going to steal you from Toya so you can come over here on the intelligent side. Girl, I don't believe Heavenly said that to you. I just don't. Heavenly's too black and too strong, okay? And not at this event. I don't think that she would do that. We're going to see how that's going to turn out on the next episode. Okay, you guys, I'm out of here. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. All right, peace. I have another video to make, but I thought I was going to have time, but I don't. So we'll come back probably this afternoon. All right, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.